do this. And I have notes for this, so it'll go great. It's very easy to post your concerns on social media. It's harder to come out from behind the screen and to actually do something, and it's harder still to know where to place your good intentions to most effectively use your voice. Maggie and I are both pretty good at calling and emailing our senators and our congressmen, but we weren't super informed on our local government. Who better to fill us in than our panel of local government officials on how we can get involved and what our involvement on this level can affect when it comes to national change. So yeah, we have a good panel. It's going to be great. Many of you may have noticed on your way in, there were 2 ladies with donation jars for Emily's List, which is an organization that helps elect women to public offices. So far, we have raised over $300, which is super awesome. They will also be there on your way out if you're so inclined to donate as you leave. Great, so I don't know about you, but this week has felt a little bit overwhelming at times. And it's hard. It's hard to really feel like what you're doing is making a difference. It turns out people speaking out in droves is in fact making a difference. In the past few days, the federal hiring freeze has been reversed for Veteran Affairs. There's been a court order partial stay of the immigration ban for those with valid visas. And the ACLU, yeah, right? And most awesomely, the ACLU has raised over $24 million just this weekend. That's 8 times what they're used to seeing in a year, and it's January 31st. So please, become a member of the ACLU, but also look to local charities and other charities outside of just things like Planned Parenthood and the ACLU, which do need your money, but there are smaller ones as well that are just as important.
Thank you all so much for coming. Just a few reminders for the evening. This is a bipartisan event. The No Theater is a 501c3, which means we must remain completely politically neutral. However, we want to remind everyone that humanitarianism is not a partisan issue. And also NKU, which has graciously allowed us to use this space at such last minute because you all are amazing and wanted to come to this event. I do want to say y'all ruined my plans because I was going to sit at the bar and have a glass of wine during this, but I'll get it later, that's fine. And NKU is the Center for Institutional and Educational Learning. However, even though that this is a bipartisan event, that does not mean we do not want to be a platform for challenging conversation, and that is why we're all here. That does bring me to the rules of the evening, because I am the education director and there are rules. Like any good girl from Southwest Oklahoma whose middle name is Lou, I have a wise grandmother whose middle name is also Lou, and she liked to give me lots of advice. She'd probably be rolling over in her grave knowing that I'm working with 400 to 600 people talking about politics. However, she also told me that you don't have to agree upon anything to be kind to one another. So in the wise words of Emmylou Griffith, our most important rule of the evening is to be kind, be kind, be kind, be kind. The other rule for the evening is we did want this to be a family event, and we've got lots of little ones who are adorable, especially up there. So we do want to remind everyone to keep the language to a PG-13 rating, please.
Great. So we will have a recording of this event, thanks to the generous Sean Meddy up there. Woo! Once we've been able to review it and make sure that nothing's wrong with the video or anything like that, we will post it online. Make sure you check the Facebook event. That's where we'll be putting all sorts of updates on that. I would like to send out a special thanks to Rob Kirby, to Northern Kentucky University, to the No Theater, to our lovely panel, and to all of you for caring enough about our local governments to come out and to learn more about it. So please give yourselves a round of applause.
Due to the extremely high interest in this event, this will not be the only Democracy in Action event series. We're already planning our next one, which will take place in April. Do keep checking back on our Facebook page for updates on our next series of events. Let's see, the other thing is if you would like to keep abreast of what's going on with this really great thing that's happening, we will be posting just a Google form on the website or on the Facebook page tomorrow that you can fill out. Give us your email address so we can start a mailing list, an email mailing list to all of you to keep you informed of future events just like this.
A lot of people have been checking in on the No Theater website for information on this. It hasn't existed up till now because we weren't expecting so many people off of Facebook to be interested in it. So it will eventually probably be on the website, but for now, Facebook is the best place to look for it. If you are not currently involved in the event, I bet someone to your left or to your right is, and I bet they could invite you. So the basic setup for tonight's event. First, we'll hear from our panel. We've got a couple of moderated questions that we'll go through, and then we'll take about a 10-minute break halfway through to let people run to the bathroom, to let people stretch their legs a little bit. 3 hours is a long evening. And then we will field questions from the audience until 9 o'clock. There is a microphone right back there. You know what? I'm bending down. I'm a tall lady. I'm just going to do that. That's better. There's a microphone right back there. I will be back there for this first half if you do have any interest in a question as we get toward about 7:45 when we take our intermission. Please feel free to line up back there. I'll kind of take your name and figure out what the question is, and we will get you on through. There is a hard stop at 9 o'clock for this event. NKU has been so kind to let us be here. It was very last minute. John up in the booth up there had to stay late today, so say hi to John. But we want to get him home, because he's got to be here again tomorrow morning, so 9 o'clock is the end time for tonight.